Hello, I'm Zelina from Zelina's Tarot and Tea. I'm doing the monthly messages for June 2018. I am now going to move on to the earth signs. I'm going to start off with Taurus. Again, this is for June 2018, the monthly messages. So take what resonates with you and throw out the rest. I'm just laughing because every time I shuffle, these cards are popping out. So there's a lot of messages coming through, and one is for Taurus right now is the fact that you're going to be welcoming in new people and you're really in charge of your health. So whatever work you've been doing in May, it's coming forward into June. So really continue with that health kick you're doing. I'm available for appointments. My website will be in the description below. Again, this is for June 2018 for the sign of Taurus. I love Tauruses because I am one. So this should be fun. Tauruses, as I know, have gone through a lot for the past 7 years, and our time is changing because of all the astrological changes. But we're going to get started now. Again, this is for Tauruses for the month of June 2018. Spirit, what do Tauruses need to hear right now? What do they need to know for 2018? Yeah, it's not a month for us to find a man, I'll tell you that. Gay, straight, or bi, it's not a month to find a man. I know a lot of people have been saying they're coming in June, but for some of us that is not true. Or we'll find a man, but he's not going to be together. I'll say that. He's gonna need some work. Some of you will find a good man. Or a good person, I should say. Additional cards. Gave me before. So to start off, when you're changing jobs, from the looks of it, there are some Tauruses that need to move on to a different career path. Your current environment, unfortunately, things are being immature and juvenile, so you need to move on to better pastures. You're not currently where you're meant to be. So this is definitely an opportunity for you to move forward, to move on to something that better suits you. Look at how you haven't been valued. I'm sure it's very tough financially, so this is not going to be an immediate separation. This is going to be something where you can actually put yourself out there and make this change happen. Definitely look, when they say manifest, write down what type of people you want to work with, because from this, it looks like it's a lot of emotional lack of control. Now, Tauruses, our part in the universe is to put order back into place. And now we're getting that energy back to help do that. So definitely look where you are valued, where your input will be used. Whenever chaos ends, you have to mourn the change. Now, remember, when you're going through a hard time and things change and become really great for you, it turns into that you don't have to wait for the other shoe to drop anymore. And you kind of panic about it and kind of like, oh no, something's going to happen. I see a lot of you are still depressed, panicked, nervous. This is a time for you to be happy and change and cut the bullshit out, because there's a lot of bullshit I'm seeing, a lot of backstabbing, a lot of crap. Cut it out. Just move on, move forward. You're the bull for a reason. Patience is not a virtue all the time. You've been waiting too long. Now it's time to make the move. This is definitely telling me you don't need to be patient anymore. Make those moves. Your messages are coming from within. They're not coming externally. So if you feel there's a need to change, there's a need to change. Move forward. Keep going. So before I said it's not a time for a Taurus to meet a man, but there are Tauruses that are going to find love. When it comes to finding love, and I don't feel that this is going to be in the beginning of June, so this is going to be in the middle of June that we're finding somebody. Remember, they're not going to hide stuff. A partner isn't going to be sneaky, because the whole point of having a partner is to share, exchange, have balance. You're worried about lies, and they're just not there. So really look within yourself to find out why you're so nervous about the lying. Why are you lying to yourself? That's a good question. Yeah, it's that issue. You're so nervous and worried about it. When you're not looking for love, that's when you find it. So I say in the beginning, you're not going to find a mate, because if you hear that below, you're not going to start looking, is this person for me? Is that person for me? I really want a partner. That person's a liar. You can't look at what's wrong with a person. Hi, Kitty. I know I'm speaking the truth. Don't look at the faults with a person or you'll never be happy. You have to just trust yourself, because right now you're on the game. You're on the game. You're focused on you. You're focusing on everything you need to get done. You're making changes with your career. Go forward. The person's going to come. It's a balance. But you're so nervous about them lying to you. Yes, and I'm hearing very loudly that people that are coupled right now, if you're married and there has been lies in the past, don't carry that forward in a relationship. If there was adultery, which most of us Taurus have to deal with quite a bit, if there was an adultery and that partner really wants to change, they've changed. You can't keep holding on to the mistakes of the past. We're stubborn creatures and we hold a grudge. If you can't let it go, let them go, because it only hurts you. I'm really seeing that the lies have ended. The lies have ended. So you need to move forward and forgive. You know, we just went through 7 years of bullshit. I know I am one. I've witnessed a lot of Tauruses do the same stuff. We went through a time of not being guided. We went through a time of adultery, deceit, lies. People they weren't worth their weight, and we had to be vulnerable. We had to be vulnerable. The problem is we're not taking our lessons and applying it to the future, because we do got this shady character, this person who basically we can smell their stink from a mile away, but we're not applying what we've learned. So again, take what resonates with you and throw out the rest, because this isn't going to resonate with all of you. Because some of you are taking that knowledge and moving it forward and saying, okay, I know that person's crap. I know this situation's shady. I know I don't need these things. But there's a bunch out there, and I'm surprised. You have this man coming into your life, whether it's a boss, a boyfriend, a brother, or whatever, whether it's your kid. They are superficial, and we can see beyond that now. I need to know why we're being warned about this guy. You know, it's the tale of the narcissist. This guy's a narcissist. He looks good on the outside. We have our ducks in a row. We're in control of our emotions. We're in control of what we're doing. This is the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Wands. We got it down. We have this information, and we know how to use it. Use it, because this narcissist coming. The universe is going to give us our final test. We need to watch. Remember, people need to do what they say. This person's not going to. Okay, Kitty, okay. Hold on one second, everyone. I'm going to pause this because I need to let the cat out. Okay, thank you. I had to let that kitty out. I love cats. They're so cute. Anyway, so whether it's love, work, or whatever, use your information wisely. Play the game to get this person out. Remember, narcissists go after what you look like. So, and they go after people who don't have boundaries. So use this information. Use that our weakness is an advantage. Use the fact that we know the red flags if people betray us. Use the fact that we've had to do it on our own and hear from within. We had to listen to our gut. We had to feel our connection to the universe and get it right. Because if we can pass this test, we get that boss, we get that boyfriend, we get the message, okay, go forward. We're going to get, there's going to be, and it's interesting, I like that. You really are, after you meet this narcissist, and if you have to go through the lesson again, I'm sorry. But if you don't, and you get to succeed, there is going to be this random stranger that's going to walk up to you and say, hey, good job, and walk away. It's going to be, I really see it's just going to be like that, bam, congratulations, here's your reward. So really look at all the shit you just went through and start applying it. Now it's time for application. This time of application. Start putting forward and manifesting what? Put your resume out there. Put a dating profile out there. Join speed dating. Start making plans with your mom. Create that savings to travel. You started it in May. Keep going. Keep putting that energy, because the universe is waiting for you to be available to take it. It's there for you, but if you don't match it, if you don't meet it halfway, it's not going to come. Um, Again, we really need to listen to our internal clocks here. It's time to move on to a better job. The jobs we've been taking, I'm going to say we because I'm guilty of it too, but this ain't for me. This ain't for me. Surprisingly, this is not a message for me. Sadly, I wish it was. But being tied down in your job and undervalued in your job, it's time to move forward. Move forward. Because that needs to, forgive me for saying needs, your job's changing. You need to get something you're worth. Right now, you're not hearing your messages. If you're a psychic, I can unfortunately feel that. If you're not a psychic and you're listening to these videos, it really is about looking within, feeling what you move. If you're lost and confused, what do I do? Write a letter to yourself, because I'm seeing that you're not following your own faith. Whatever your faith is, you're not following it. You're trusting word of mouth. You are going to get everything. Oh, I shouldn't say everything. You're getting all your ducks in a row. Everything's coming to you, but you need to get with your gut and start listening, because you're being, you see, that's interesting. I hate these contradictions. It's like the fifth contradiction. There must be a couple of you to watching. But be aware, because internally you need to trust your gut. If it doesn't feel right, if it feels, I don't want to say scary, because fear is usually what screws us over, but if it just feels wrong, that would be a better phrase. If it feels wrong, don't do it. Don't do it. Trust yourself, because you're getting everything. The light is shining on the pieces you need to pick up. You really need to start trusting yourself, man. Must be the time of the year, the final push. This is not a relationship. What are you? Okay, Taurus, this is an emotional one. So, masculine and feminine energy. Feminine is the divine, masculine is the world, right? When you need to get food, clothing, and shelter, using masculine energy to achieve this. When you're using your emotional feelings, that's the feminine energy. Unfortunately, that's how it's all defined. But your masculine energy is high. Whether you're a woman or man, your masculine energy is high right now, so you're still going off of protecting your basic needs. That's good. That's about to change, because being Tauruses are very emotional, whether they like it or not. We've had to shut off that emotional senses off, because we've had to do the basic needs. It's a time for that to change. We're still going to be getting everything together, but we're seeing things clearly now. We're seeing how our emotions need to apply to what we're doing. So be very aware that if you're coming off, Tauruses are stubborn, we're very strong and bullheaded, but if you're coming off aggressive, pull back a little bit, because that's just you being a Taurus, and it's really going to rub a lot of people wrong. So become more diplomatic in your delivery of things, because you've had to shut off your emotions to achieve goals, and now these goals are coming to be, and we can't, if we're still like drawing that line, we can't receive it. So be very open to that. I like the fact that we are going to be more movable, so to speak. Why? Someone's in a third party. You know, for those of you who are being more social, good job. It's very great that you're getting yourselves out there. However, you're still wrapping up with third party situations. So really, the problem is, not only do you get hurt, there's a lot of people get hurt in third parties, but that tells me that if you're still wrapping yourselves up in third party situations, whether you're married, the other person's married, or what's going on, you're afraid of commitment. Head on, that's the problem. You're not available for someone who's available for you. You're going after people who are unavailable but easy access. If you're out and about doing this, be truthful to yourself and ask yourself why you're getting that way. Do you not have faith that you're going to get something serious? Do you not have self-value in that aspect? I know those are harsh words, but sometimes you need to hit it hard with a Taurus to get them to move. Because if you're not getting a person who's available to you, do you even want a relationship is the question to ask yourself. Are you doing it because the universe needs you to? And when I say universe, I'm talking about people talking. Our society is very hell-bent on everyone needs to get married and babied. So ask yourself some tough questions, because those of you who keep getting in these third parties, you're really not, people will say self-value or whatever, but the truth is you might not actually want a relationship. You're just looking for a fling, and you're hurting a lot of people in the long run. If you're having the third party situation for you, why are you allowing people in your life who aren't respecting you? I'm sorry to say it that way, but your partner has some deep-rooted issues, and you're picking them because you're playing Captain Save-A-Ho. So why are you allowing someone to mistreat you? You don't need that. I mean, they're cheating on you. That has nothing to do with you. That has to do with them. They don't love themselves enough to honor themselves. Maybe they want to be polyamorous and they don't want to admit it because they have some shame around that. Maybe they're monogamous, but they like to be sneaky. Maybe they're a narcissist. Whatever their issue is, it's not yours. But you are allowing them, and you're not holding them accountable for their bullshit. Don't put up with it. If you're the third party, ask yourself, do you even want a relationship? Why are you doing this? Why are you picking someone who's not available to you? Because if they're not available to you, I'm sorry, but you're not available to yourself then. Look at yourself, Taurus. I know that's hard. I know that's really rude, but this is coming up that we're finally getting out there. We're finally experiencing people, but we keep hitting this third party. We're not using our judgment. We're not using our discernment. We just went through hell with all this crap, and we're still doing it again. Someone didn't learn their lesson who's watching this. And you're hitting me because I'm going to be blunt and rude about it. Get your shit together. We just went through shit. Pick up your ass. You change your job. Put yourself out there. You're the logical one of the zodiac, for crying out loud. You're the one who makes things. You make the rules, but you're breaking them because you're not even following your own rules. It's a great month. June's a great month for us if we want to change, but someone's not changing. Pick up your ass. For the rest of you out there that won, the lessons and learned and got that are going to be receiving these rewards, good job. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you putting your money where your mouth is. But you know what? The ones who haven't, unfortunately, the next 6 months are going to set us up for the next, 8 years, 10 years? Come on now. Enough is enough. Value and love yourselves. We just went through shit so that we can start teaching people how to do it. Please do that. Please do that. And I hope to God this isn't me. I'll have to watch this later because I'm not going to read it. I don't remember my readings. But the fact of the matter is, man, come on. Come on. Love yourself. All right, I hope this resonated with some of you. If it didn't, again, take what resonates, throw out the rest, go on to someone else. It's good. It's general reading, people. Good luck with everyone, and have